So good morning students. Our today's topic is vector in component form. So if you have a vector, we can break this. Suppose we have a vector A. We can break this vector into two parts, and these two parts are called its components. Okay. Suppose this is your vector A. This vector A is making an angle theta with your positive x-axis. These are positive x-axis. So we can break this vector into two parts. One is a cos theta, other is a sin theta. Okay. This is your cos component. This is called your cos component, and this is called your sin component. So why a cos theta and why a sin theta, not why tan? So suppose, let me explain to you. So this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. This is your vector A. Okay. Now you know that if this is your vector A, so value of vector A is mod of A. Now draw a perpendicular line and name these 3 points. Suppose M, N, O. Naming this point. So from this triangle M, N, O, you can say that cos theta is equals to what? Cos theta is equals to base by hypotenuse. Base is MO divided by hypotenuse. What is the value of hypotenuse? Mn. The value of hypotenuse Mn is mod of A. So from here you can say that MO is equals to mod A cos theta. So this part, value of this part MO cos theta, which is parallel to your x-axis or lying in the x-axis, the value of this part is A cos theta. And similarly from this triangle MNO, sin theta is equals to what? Sin theta is equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Perpendicular, value of perpendicular is how much? Perpendicular is NO, and hypotenuse is, value of hypotenuse is mod of A. So from here you can say that NO is equals to mod A sin theta. So value of this NO is what? Mod A sin theta. Okay, so you can see that this part is parallel to your x-axis. So this is called your y component. Okay, this is your sin component. So that means you can break a vector into two parts. One part is called your cos component, and other part is called your sin component. So how do you know which part is? How can you identify which part is cos component and which part is sin component? Always remember that the axis which is adjacent to your angle theta is always your cos component. Suppose this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and this is your vector A. Suppose this is your minus x-axis and this is your minus y-axis, and this is your angle. This is your angle theta. So always remember that theta always lies with the axis which lie at the axis which is adjacent to your angle theta is always your cos component. So this part will be your A cos component. Okay, and this part along y-axis will be your mod A sin theta. This will be your sin component, A cos theta, and this is your sin theta. Okay, so theta always lies with cos component. So similarly, now if in the same case x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, minus x-axis, and minus y-axis. So if this is your angle theta, then now theta is now the axis which is adjacent to your angle theta is always your cos component. So your cos component will be along y-axis. So this will be your A cos theta part. So and this will be your mod A sin theta part. Okay, so in Hindi थीटा जिसके साथ रहता है वो होता है cos theta. थीटा जिसके साथ नहीं होता है वो होता है sin theta. Okay, so now this will be a cos theta, this will be your A sin theta. So let us practice one or two problems. So okay, so in general you can, so after this breaking this part, in general you can write that vector A is equals to A mod A cos theta into the mod a cos theta component is along your y direction and the unit vector along y direction is plus j hat, j cap or j hat, plus mod a sin theta and the mod a sin theta component is along your minus negative x axis and the unit vector along your negative x axis is minus of I hat. So finally you can write that mod a cos theta into j hat minus mod a sin theta into I hat. Okay. Now the next part is okay. So question is that write the following vectors in mathematical form. That means I, j, k. So vector A is given x axis, y axis. The vector A is lying between positive a y axis and negative x axis. Okay. The value of vector A along your positive y axis is 1 and the value of vector A along your negative x axis is 1. So you can write the vector A is equals to, you have to write in the form of I, j, k. So what is the value in x axis? 1. And what is the unit vector along your negative x axis? That is minus of I hat, plus what is the value in y axis? That is again 1. And what is the unit vector along your y axis? That is j hat. So finally you can minus will multiply, that means minus I hat plus 1 into j hat is j hat. So minus I hat plus j hat. So this is your mathematical form of vector A. In the second question, the vector B is lying between positive x axis and negative y axis. Its value in positive x axis is 3, in negative y axis its value is 2. So B vector is equals to value in x axis is 3, unit vector along your positive x axis is I hat, plus value in y axis is 2, unit vector, okay, so unit vector along your negative y axis is minus of j hat or j cap. So finally you can write 3 I hat minus of 2 j hat or j cap. Okay, so this is your final mathematical form. Correct. The third question is that the same question. So suppose this is your vector C. The vector C is lying between negative y axis and negative y axis. So you can write vector C is equals to, what is the value in y axis? 2. And what is the unit vector along your negative x axis? That is minus of I hat, plus what is its value in y axis is 1, and what is the unit vector along your negative y axis? That is minus of j hat. So minus 2 I hat minus 1 into j hat is j hat. So finally you can write minus 2 I hat minus j cap. This is your mathematical form. Okay. Now second type of question is that resolve the vectors into its components. Now you can find out which one is the cos part, which one is the sin part. So I told you that थीटा जिसके साथ रहता है वो होता है cos थीटा, जिसके साथ नहीं होता है वो होता है sin थीटा. Now the axis which is adjacent to your angle theta is your cos component. Is contain your cos component. Okay. So this part is with your theta. Theta is with your negative axis. So this will be your 5. Okay, so the value of vector is given. The value of vector is 5. So 5 cos 60 degree. And this will be your 5 sin 60 degree. Correct? Now in the second question is given. Second question is that, now in this case the vector 6, vector 6 means its magnitude is 6. The vector 6 is between positive x axis and negative y axis. Okay, and it is making an angle 45 degree with your negative y axis. So theta is with negative y axis. So this will be your cos component along your negative y direction. Its value will be how much? Magnitude is 6, and so this will be your cos component, cos, and the angle is given 45 degree. And this part will be your sin component, 6 sin 45 degree. Correct? Now the third or final case Okay, so here you just have to resolve. Now in the second case, this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, this is x and y. So this your vector is lying between positive x-axis and negative y-axis. Okay, so which one will be cos, which one will be sine? Now theta is with positive x-axis, so this will be your cos component. So its magnitude is given 10, so this will be cos component, cos 30, and this part will be your sine part, so 10 sine 30. So in this way you have to resolve the vectors. Okay, now next set of question is vector addition using components. How to add vectors, vector addition using components, how to add vectors using component form. So first point is that decide a set of mutual perpendicular coordinate axes. Okay, suppose two vectors are given. Okay, so I will explain this problem. So here two vectors are given. The magnitude of the first vector is 10, the magnitude of the second vector is 20. So first point is that decide a set of mutually perpendicular coordinate axes. The axis is already given, the x-axis and y-axis is given, so we don't have to choose the axis. The second point is that resolve all the vectors to be added along this axis. So that means you have to resolve both the vectors, correct? Now so let us resolve these two vectors. So this is your the value of this so magnitude of this vector is 10. Now this 10 vector is making angle 30 degree with your positive x-axis, and this vector is between positive x-axis and positive y-axis. So theta is with positive x-axis, so this will be your cos component, 10 cos 30, and this will be sine component, 10 sine 30. Okay, now here, now for the second vector, its magnitude is 20, and this vector making an angle 30 degree with your positive x-axis, so this will be your cos component. So again along here positive x-axis, so 20, its magnitude is 20, cos, and the angle is 30 degree. So which one will be sine? Along here negative y direction. Why? Because this vector is between positive x-axis and negative y-axis. So this will be your 20 sine 30. So we have, okay, so resolving part is complete. The third point is that add the net resultant along each axis using addition of collinear vectors. So you know that so now you have to add these two vectors using the addition of collinear vectors. Collinear vectors means the vectors are in the same line and their magnitudes directly add up. You can directly add these two vectors. If the vectors are collinear vectors, then you can directly add these vectors. Now look, so after resolving, so this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. So along your x direction there are two components, 10 cos 30 and plus 20 cos 30. Okay, in positive y direction you have only one vector, 10 sin 30, and in negative y direction you have one vector, 20 sin 30. Okay. Now 10 cos 30 plus 20, now you have to add 10 cos 30 plus 20 cos 30 is how much? 10 cos is 30 cos 30. Okay, so you can directly add x axis, y axis. You can directly 10 cos 30 plus 20 cos 30 is how much? 30 cos 30. Or you can just put the value of cos 30, or then you can add also. Okay, I am directly adding. Okay, so 10 sin 30 means, what is the 10 sin 30 means, what is the value of 10 sin 30? The sin 30 is half, so 10 into half, that means 5. and 20 sine 30. Sine 30 is again half, so 20 into half, that means 10. Now you have a vector along your so which one is the greater? 10 is greater, so 10 minus 5 is equals to 5. So your net, your resultant vector will be along your negative y axis. So its value will be 10 minus 5, that means 5. Okay. Now the fourth point is that, so after adding in the component form, you can see that the resultant vectors are between x axis and y axis. So your resultant vector will be between your x and y axis. So here somehow your resultant vector will be, and suppose it is making an angle theta with the. Now what is the value of 30 cos 30? The value of 30 cos 30, 30 into cos 30 is root 3 by Milan sir. The value of cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Okay. So that means 30 root 3 by 2. Okay. Now last point is the obtain the net resultant of all vectors using addition of perpendicular vectors. Now you have to add these two vectors using the addition of perpendicular vectors. So in perpendicular vector, what is the formula for resultant vector? Mod r is equals to root over a square plus b square for the perpendicular vectors. Okay. So what is the value of a? 30 root 3 by 2 square. What is the value of b? 5 square. So that means 30 root 3, that means 30 is 900. Okay, so 30 root 3 by 3. Okay, so let us just simplify a little bit. 30 root 3, so 30 square is 900. Okay, so just cut 30 divided by 2, that means 15 root 3. So that means 15 root 3 square plus 5 square. So 15 square is how much? 225. 15 square is 225 plus 15 square is 225 into root 3 square is 3 plus 5 square is 25. So 225 plus 3 is equals to root of 225 into 3 is equals to 675 plus 25. 625 plus 25 is root of 700. So value of resultant vector is root of 700. Okay. Now you just have to find the magnitude. Okay. So for perpendicular vector, what is the value of tan alpha? The tan alpha is equals to b by a for perpendicular vectors. I already told you. So what is the value of b is 5, and value of a 30 root 3 by value of b is 5, and the value of a is 30 root 3 by 2, that means 15 root 3. Okay. So b is 5 and 50 root 3. So 5 3 is a 15, that means 1 by 3 root 3. Value of tan alpha is 1 by 3 root 3. So alpha is equals to tan inverse 1 by 3 root 3. So these are the final answer. So in this way you have to break the you have to add the vectors using the component form. Okay. So one more question is given, the last problem of your today's class. So again you have to add this vector using the component form. So you can directly see this is your vector 8. Vector 8 means its magnitude is 8 and it is making angle 30 degree. It is making an angle 30 degree with positive x-axis. So this component along the x-axis will be your cos component. So 8 cos 30. And this component along your y-axis will be your sine component. 8 sine 30. Okay. Let us also break this vector 4 root 2. Its magnitude is 4 root 2, and this vector is between negative x-axis and negative y-axis. Correct? So, and this 4 root 2 vector is making angle 45 degree with negative x-axis. So this will be your cos component. So 4 root 2 cos 45 degree, and this will be your along a negative y axis. This will be your 4 root 2 cos sin 45 degree. Okay, so we just resolve this vector now. Okay, so now net resultant along x-axis. How many vectors are there along in your x-axis? 8 cos 30 is there, and 4 root 2 cos 45 is there. Okay, so we will write that 8 cos 30 minus, why minus? Because this vector is along x-axis and this vector is along minus x-axis. So this will be, so you have to subtract. So if these two vectors was in same axis, but that means positive axis, then you can add. Now since these two vectors are in these two vectors have different direction. Okay, one is along your positive x-axis, the other is along your negative x-axis. So you have to subtract. So 8 root 2 8 cos 30 minus 4 root 2 cos 45 degree. So cos 30 is, I think, root 3 by 2. So that means 8 into root 3 by 2 minus 4 root 2 cos 45 degree is 1 by root 2. So 2 card 2 4s are, that means 4 root 3 minus 4. So this is your net resultant along your x-axis. So net resultant along y-axis is how much? Okay. So along positive y-axis you have 8 sin 30, and along your negative y-axis you have 4 root 2 sin 45 degree. So you have to subtract, minus 4 root 2 sin 45 degree. So value of sin 30 is half. So 8 into half minus 4 root 2, value of sin 45 degrees is 1 by root 2. So 2 4s are, so 4 minus 4, that means 0. So net resultant along your negative y-axis is how much? 0. So you don't have to use the resultant vector, because the net resultant vector is lying in x-axis only. It has no component in y direction, because after adding you can see that the net resultant along the y-axis is 0. So you can directly write that final resultant vector is equals to 4 root 3 minus 4, and this vector is lying in x-axis. So unit vector along your x-axis is what? I hat or I cap. Okay, so this is your this is the expression for final resultant vector. Okay, so in this way you have to solve the problems. So thank you for today.